Hey guys, just wanted to give some pointers about this Ryujin Industries infiltration mission. It's very bugged, and I just wanted to show you what I'm facing here. So even right now, I'm on the other side of the wall and this lady heard me. This lady saw me steal through a wall, which alerted her and caused her to come running to my position, which she's unaware of because she's not even in the same room with me. So here I figured I would drop a quick save, and then I realized that she is still coming. I thought she would give up. And to my disappointment, I completely failed to jump up back into the vent. So here she is coming to me, trying to arrest me. So I tried to persuade my way through. I didn't know if this was gonna work or not. I just figured, you know what, let's just give it a shot. Because this was probably my 4th try, and I just got tired of reloading. And luckily for me, I managed to get through.
I'm not trying to make your life difficult, you know. Look, I'll trust you, but if any of us catch you on another floor, we'll shoot first and ask questions later.
But as you can see, if they see me again, they're gonna shoot. So I decided to drop another save here because this was a kind of a good progress. And now to leave her go, so she's not going to alert any other guards while I'm doing stuff around here. And I figured maybe this skill is gonna help me just to see the paths of where people are gonna go to. But then I realized that the best one would still be sense star stuff, which allows you to see people through walls. So this guy is not even facing me right now, so I figured, okay, drop another save because this mission is incredibly bugged, and try to sneak by. You can see my detection meter there went all the way to the max. Now I'm back to hidden, so I think my heart rate was like 200 right now. And I kept going. There's another guy who's not facing us. And apparently we're detected, according to the meter, but yeah. So we kept going up, and important part here is to stay crouched, because as soon as you try to stand up and walk a bit faster, even though you're not in the proximity of anyone, you're gonna alert the guards. So as soon as I saw that caution sign, look at him through the wall. Now he's trying to find me, so he was alerted. So we were given this Nova Blast Disruptor just before we started the mission, because allegedly it should stun the targets without killing them, and this will allow us to run past them if we get detected. I never tried it until this point, where I figured, you know what, maybe it will do something good. So this guy is now facing our way, and it gets bugged. Because this is what this mission is all about, is a variety of bugs that you cannot even plan for. And then I realized this is not the floor where I'm supposed to be. It's probably one floor higher, because I've been there before and there was nothing in there. So we kept going. And this is dropping up another quick save, of course, and this is the part where things are getting a bit ridiculous. So there's not that many guards. I just walked 4 steps and I don't know who was that close to me for me to be heard, but the guy 1 floor below us must have heard us. I guess you could argue that is relatively real, because if you lived in an apartment building, that happens all the time. You can hear neighbors. This is an office and has, you know, reinforced floors and all that. So this guy is now leaning on the wall over there, and I wanted to see if I can go past it. I haven't done anything at this point, and yet something triggered him. So I was crouched, I was stealth, and this guy somehow heard me. So I was forced to load the game again. And I loaded it on my previous save, which I luckily I luckily did just earlier. So now we're gonna do another try. And this has kind of been the narrative for this whole mission. It was a back and forth, permanently dropping saves, because you never know when something is gonna be just out of place. And here I tried to go faster and get to the other side before the guy is starting to lean on the wall there. Of course I was seen again, I'm in danger. I mean, there was... So instead of dropping another load, I decided to go back here, close the door, and see if I can just wait out the guards to reset their patterns, right? Because they're gonna search and search and search while they don't... and when they don't find you, they're just gonna go back to resuming their whatever duties. So I went ahead and hid in the toilet, as one does, and just waited for this guy to go back to his duties, because you see there that meter says caution now, so there's no more danger, which is the reason why I decided to give this a try, because when you break line of sight you have a chance for them to reset, and actually that's not really a chance. In my experience it was always the case. You just go and hide, wait it out, the meter is gonna drop, and then you're gonna be hidden again and they're gonna resume their duties. So that's what I've done here. And then I went back in to have another try. And it was so frustrating to me that they could hear stuff when I'm crouching and allegedly being in a stealth position. So I found this vent, and immediately it was clear to me that this was supposed to be the main way to get across this floor, because it's just too many guards and their positioning is impossible for you as a player to manage to walk by. Now again, I just went on my normal route. I don't know if I was supposed to stay to just wait before that grill until the guy was passing, but in my view, like, I'm still crouched, I'm still stealth, my steps are not making any sound, so I should be able to go over him without alerting him, because he's not looking up, right? But no, I was wrong. So I alerted them again, and like I said, at this point I was too frustrated to go back and restart this whole mission, because sorry, because I knew that something ridiculous like this is gonna happen no matter how many tries I give this. And this is the place where we're actually supposed to be. This took a bit of time, and I saw there's another guy who is alerted still, so I prayed I could go back up here. Trust me, getting back up is a lot more difficult than anything. And just waited out for this dude to stop. And again, I alerted them. How? I have no idea. All I did was to walk in stealth, and you can see me here getting very frustrated and also annoyed at the fact that the mechanics to go up the vent are just not good enough. Dropped another save because I made some progress until here, so I figured it will be a good idea. And this is pretty much I'm sorry for repeating myself, but this is the narrative of this mission. You just drop saves every 10 to 15 seconds, because you never know when you're gonna alert a guard that's not facing you or looking at you, and you're stealth, and there's nothing you can do about it. So look at this. Now I'm not doing anything, and all of a sudden my meter is saying that, oh, you're not very hidden. So I killed him. That's what I did. In the end, I decided that the best course of action for this would be to just kill him so he's no longer a physical threat over there, and just wait out the detection meter. I'm saying that, however, there were a lot of other guys who were looking at me through the walls, but they never saw me. So I made a run for it and continued in the same fashion. I tried to cover my tracks here and just made it more difficult for them to find me, and continued through the vents, because that's the normal course of action. This mission should be very nice, right? It should be a stealth mission, something that would steer from the norm. You don't need to blast your guns away. You just need to use your brain and be cautious, but it's impossible to do that because these guys have superhuman hearing. You breathe wrongly and then you have the whole security guards on you. So after trying various methods of waiting or going stealth, which none of which worked of course, I decided to blast my way through because it was the only reasonable way to do so. So I placed some mines, waited for them to come over to check, and of course the mines were detonated by their presence. And the rest of this mission, which should have been stealth, and you're actually being told by Dalton that it's pretty important for you not to kill the guards and to be as quiet as possible, etc., etc. Even though that's the purpose of the mission, to me, in my own experience, as you can see, it was pretty much impossible to do so because you are permanently seen by guards. So now that you have a bit of a backstory behind this mission, I'll let you enjoy.
All systems.
So, you made it. Guess Ryujin's security really is slipping. An old pro, huh? No wonder Ryujin likes you so much. Now, I'll take that program back that I gave you, and let's give the data a look. The program I gave you to run on Ularu's computer basically opens an all-access backdoor for me. I can see everything and anything, so let's take a look. Ularu has some impressive encryption on her files. Not that I can't crack it, of course. Circumventing protections, running decryption. This should just take a moment now. Damn, I'm good. That went faster than I thought. I'm saving several files to a slate for Dalton, including access history and anything related to Project Dominion. Adding in new encryption for him as well, so he's the only one that can view these. And done. You're all set. I've got the new encrypted slate. Let me tell you, it looks like fun times ahead for Ryujin. Technically, I'm not supposed to look, but it's kind of hard to not see what's going on while running all my software. Since you came through on your end, let's just say that slate isn't going to paint the best picture for Ms. Imogene Salzo. But bear in mind, you're dealing with some pretty talented people when it comes to falsifying information. I can be sure because I know my business. But like anything, evidence alone can't tell the full story. The rest is up to you and Dalton to piece together. And don't be too sure about that. Imogene was practically raised in the corporate underworld. I'd almost guarantee there's intent behind everything she does. Here's the slate. As usual, always a pleasure doing business with...
Imogene told me she hired another operative. Welcome to the team. Some other time then.
I hope you realize what your negligence has cost this company. Your orders were to incapacitate or evade security, not go on a killing spree. Touché. At least we've established we're both failures. Now, let's see what sort of data was worth the lives you took. I didn't think it was possible. But someone's been accessing Ularu's files remotely. It's quite a complicated trace, too. I'm impressed Nix was able to track all of this. Damn. And there's our culprit. Imogen Salzo, Senior Operations Specialist, and one of the few I had in mind for who could pull this off. Well, the motive could be anything. Credits, grudges, even boredom. Either that, or she's highly displeased with someone at the company. Well, before we make any harsh decisions, I'll need to question her myself. I want you to head to her office and escort her here. You have to make sure she doesn't try anything before I have a chance to speak with her. Don't put anything past her. When you're dealing with corporate workers, discerning the truth from the lies is the hardest part.
Good afternoon. Welcome.
Let me guess. Looking for Imogen? I'm sure you can tell by now. She isn't here, which is a shame since I have several documents I need her to sign off on. She's always been the master of avoiding desk work. She hasn't stepped into the office since the maintenance closure, probably abusing her paid time off again. I know for a fact she doesn't have any external meetings or business trips. There are work skills and there are life skills. I can't help it if I have both. I'm not even sure that's any business of yours, but I do enjoy keeping close tabs on my counterpart. Dare I ask why you need to know? Yeah, no thanks. Getting information out of Dalton is like talking to a wall. Besides, speculation is far more fun. I have Imogen's last location at Frankie's Grab and Go, which we all know is a front for the Sioka Syndicate. You'll want to get executive sign-off if you plan on chasing after her. I'd say Dalton is your best bet. Is there an echo in the room? Yeah, Frankie's is a front. Crap convenience store on the outside, high-tech hideout on the inside. Of course, the only people that really know that are Ryujin, Bayu, and the Syndicate itself. Your guess is as good as mine, but she's up to something. I could tell she was trying to cover her tracks, but this is my job, and there's a reason I'm in charge of the technicians here. Good. I'd hate to see what sort of drama might get stirred up if you went around him. Or maybe I'd love it. Keep the workplace interesting, right? Good luck finding Imogen. Oh, and if you do catch up with her, be sure to let her know I had everything to do with it.
one of my rules, and it served me well. Besides, you don't want to talk to me. Fact is, I'm not a good man. Best keep your distance. Yeah, keep things short. Don't drink on the job, drink every minute after. Never play cards with a street rat. Don't love what you can't respect. That's all I got. Anything more would break the first rule. No, I'm not. Not particularly. Yeah, I bet you do. I work the warehouses. Clock in, clock out, mind my business. Gangs leave me alone. You should too. No, I'm not. Later.
You lost, kiddo? Sounds like something a thief would say. I had some high hopes for this shop back when my husband and I opened it a while back. These days, if you ain't a regular, you're usually trouble. Sounds like we understand each other then. Mostly tied up in those good-for-nothing gangs. Those disciples and strikers always fighting over who gets to run the place, and not giving a damn over whose lives they ruin. Check it out. Solomon thought a small convenience store with cheaper prices would make a killing. Of course, the only killing made was when he got himself shot in a robbery. Now it's just me running this place, so you can see why I'm not a huge fan of strangers in my shop. See you around.
I felt really bad for what I did to this lady, but I think my actions are justified. It's Bethesda's fault that they made this mission so frustrating that I have no willpower in me to go through a nice, polite way about it. So, it is what it is.
a feeling you'd be the one to come after me. You stay in this business long enough, you get enough favors and connections that can help you see anything coming. Nix owed me a favor, and gave me the heads up. Yeah? And I didn't look guilty before, based on those files you got from Nix? Ularu set me up. Yes, I've been acting as a double agent, but because she ordered me to. The assignment was meant to deceive, not benefit. And Project Dominion is way above my pay grade. It'd be impossible for me to deliver it. At least, intentionally. Look, I only know about Project Dominion because I wanted to know exactly what I was being accused of leaking. But that tech is dangerous. An internal neuroamp that can theoretically control other people? If the evidence points to me, it's because Ularu used it to set me up. What better way to frame someone than to take control of their mind and have them actually perform the actions? Power, of course. Corporations maintain their success by any means necessary, but there are some measures Masako is reluctant to take. You may have noticed that none of your assignments directly involve murder. Masako reserves those actions only when it's absolutely necessary. Ularu sees this as a sign of weakness that needs to be dealt with. Because she knows I'm the most believable target, I'm the only one at Ryujin with the skills to even come close to being able to pull off a job like this. That's what makes it dangerous. No one would believe it. So, if Ryujin keeps this tech a secret, suddenly every deal, every legal matter, every little thing is going to go their way. Yes, it's what the technology does, and it explains why the evidence against me is so solid. Come to think of it, it also explains a few strange bouts of disorientation I've been having the past few months. I know it doesn't look good, but that's exactly why I've been gathering my own evidence. Ularu has the skill to pull this off, but she's also been behind a desk for years now. I knew she'd miss something. This slate holds all the evidence against her. I just need you to deliver it to Dalton. It's the only way I can prove I'm innocent. That may be the case, but I can't have Ularu thinking she'll come out of this unscathed. This evidence will cast enough doubt that she'll never make CEO. So, at the very least, we'll both be ruined. I was hoping you would. I'm still going to lay low until I hear the coast is clear. As long as Ularu still thinks I'm on the run, she'll remain confident that her plan is working. And I know you don't hear it much around the office, but thanks.